Aloha folks, and welcome to a brand new season of Doko Ga TV, and as always, mahalo for tuning in. Tonight's episode continues the non-stop travel Norwegian Cruise Line Alaska 2021 video diary series with my very special guest co-host, Talk Stories, McKenna Maduli. On last week's episode, McKenna, Kini, and I got to dust off our luggage and put it to use. We hopped on a Hawaiian Airlines flight to Seattle and boarded the City on the Sea, the NCL Encore. Tonight's episode starts with our arrival in Juneau, the capital city of the state of Alaska. The last time I was here in 2019, Olena and I discovered the beauty of Juneau via a scenic walk surrounded by the incredible wildlife, foliage, and waters of both Mendenhall Lake and waterfall. This time, we got a whole new view of Juneau. After a short drive from Juneau Port, we arrived at NORTHSTAR Helicopters. Here, McKenna and I would take to the skies for an unforgettable adventure.
Alright guys, so I would plan for about 35 degrees up there for your top layers. Maybe 40 at the warmest. It is going to be a little windy up there as well. So definitely bring some warm layers, because if you ever get too hot, you can always strip down, but if you ever get too cold and you don't have it, you're kind of hating it up there, wishing you had more layers. So you guys heading to Tracy's today?
We had Tracy today, big time. I did that 2 years ago, we did that again.
Oh, they're gonna go.
And you gotta try on Deckhand Dave's too, fish tacos, fish and chips.
Dave's, okay.
That's extra fluffy.
Exactly.
Eskimo-y.
So I'm ready. I got my beautifully fashionable red jacket on. I've got 3 layers of armor because I understand it's going to be about 30 degrees on there. And my MC Hammer pants and my Iron Man shoes. So I am stoked. I think this is only going to be the second helicopter ride I've ever been on. And of course the first one here in Alaska. NORTHSTAR helicopters, the way to go. We're going to be in the sky in just a few seconds.
So when we head out to the helicopters, we're going to be entering Juneau International Airport. They have 2 yellow lines painted on the ground for us, so we're going to stay in between the 2 yellow lines at all times while we're down here. So whether we're on the glacier or we're down here, we're always going to be approaching the helicopter at the nose and staying on this passenger side of the aircraft. Inside the helicopter, there are 4 seats in the back, 3 in the front, including the pilot. The seatbelts in the back seat are going to work just like a car and come over your shoulder into your lap. If you guys want to, you guys can head outside and just hang out in the front. We can take our masks off up there, get some fresh air. It's also a little bit cooler, so if you're dying from heat right now.
Alright guys, we are moments away from hiking on a glacier here in Juneau, Alaska. Paulie, how are you feeling?
I'm ready to do this. I'm ready for our tactical landing on the glacier. Get out, just start walking around.
This is a lot different than Waikiki, I can tell you that much.
A little bit.
A little different. I'm loving it. Super excited.
Yeah.
Doctor, sound good? Alright, you guys all got the safety briefing. Anyone have any questions? We won't forget you. We bring everyone back from the glacier usually.
Usually. That's very inspiring.
100% of the time, 60% of the time.
We're gonna do this. So stoked. We're going up in the sky.
As we ascended from NORTHSTAR Helicopter's home base, we were on our way. Our levels of exhilaration and excitement kept escalating the higher up we went. Getting a panoramic view from the skies was the best way to survey the beautiful, lush green trees and foliage of the TONGASS National Forest, the largest in the nation, spanning 17 million acres of land. Often referred to as the crown jewel of American forests, the Tongass covers 80% of southeast Alaska and is home to the bald eagle, brown bears, and various species of salmon. I even recognized Mendenhall Glacier Falls, where Olena and I visited in 2019. The 380-foot waterfall looked massive as we were standing next to it, but obviously not so much from up here. What was extremely captivating was the not-so-subtle change of scenery from green forestry to the ever-expanding white of ice and snow-covered mountains the further we got into our flight. Now, both McKenna and I knew we were going to do a glacial walk, but nothing could contain our pure joy and glee as we slowly approached our base camp on Mendenhall Glacier.
Okay, this is cool.
Yeah,
I'm on a glacier in Alaska. What? So insane. Definitely recommend it. We haven't even gone on the hike yet. Amazing.
Located 12 miles from downtown Juneau, Mendenhall Glacier is 13.6 miles long and connects to the 1,500 square mile Juneau ice fields. Along with those on the southeast Alaskan coast, the glaciers are remnants of the Little Ice Age, which occurred between the early 14th through mid-19th century. It is one of the world's thickest, roughly a mile thick, and is one of Juneau Icefield's 38 major glaciers.
Hey, aloha everyone back home. We have made it. Ollie, where are we?
We're slipping on a glacier. Mendenhall Glacier. We're standing right on top of it right now with all this beautiful ice behind us. We rode a helicopter to get here.
As a result of global warming and climate change, Mendenhall Glacier recedes at a rate of 100 to 150 feet a year. The adjacent Mendenhall Lake started forming in the early 1900s due to the glacier's runoff. As we continued our trek around Mendenhall Glacier, our guide explained that the ice appears blue due to the thick and dense properties of glacial ice. As the ice becomes compressed, it expels air bubbles. Air bubbles in ordinary, not-so-thick white ice and snow reflect all colors in daylight, giving it a white appearance. The absence of air bubbles in the ice here results in red and yellow light being absorbed, reflecting only blue, which is what we see. In addition to learning about the ecosystem here,
snow has a distinctive flavor.
we also discovered that glacial water is infinitely better than the bottled kind that we buy. So much so, I completely forgot about filming us emptying our water bottles, filling them up, and drinking the icy, refreshing glacial goodness.
Polly and I are basically living our best lives. So, what an experience. So, what did we do, Polly? We drank fresh.
We drank fresh glacial water.
Fresh glacier water.
We walked around glacial ice here. We got great lessons about, you know, the ecosystem here and wonderful people we got to hang out with.
I know, from all over the world. Again, such an experience. We are headed back to have some lunch at
Tracy's Crab Shack, the world famous King Crab Shack. Let's
ready.
do this.
I am so
Bye.
This 3.5-hour glacial walkabout and helicopter adventure tour was over way too soon. I have to say, in the 14-year history of Doko Ga TV, this is one of the best experiences ever. Since visiting Juneau, Alaska in 2019 on the NCL Bliss, 2 things I needed to do this time out. We just completed the first one, an epic experience walking on Mendenhall Glacier. The second, revisiting Tracy's King Crab Shack to delight in the crustaceous cacophony of shell cracking while devouring movie butter drenched king crab.
So one of the things I love the most about
going on a cruise and coming to Alaska and actually just being a part of travel is meeting new friends. And she was my seat buddy on the helicopter ride that we actually went and landed on Mendenhall Glacier. Aloha, Tiffany, how are you?
Aloha, I'm doing wonderful. I'm from Kalamazoo, Michigan.
You do have some Hawaii ties. If you want to say hi to them right now, we would love to share that with them watching back home.
Yes, Abigail, Cobb, and Toon. Abigail is a travel nurse. She started at Henry Ford in the middle of the pandemic and then was hired by actually a company in Kauai to work at a hospital there, the military hospital. And she has since moved to Maui and has settled down and she loves it. And she actually said she's never coming back to Michigan. So love you guys. See you in Maui very, very, very soon. And hearts.
How was that Mendenhall Glacier experience for you?
Terrifying at first. But the views are out of this world. Once in a lifetime experience, for sure.
Well, we came up with crab and Tiffany upgraded the program. So now we have crab and beer.
I like your style, Tiffany. So some of the ladies who work here are actually from Honolulu, from Kauai.
Yes.
And I got to say hi to them. They were a little shy because it's busy over here, but it's always nice to see fellow Hawaiians all over here in Alaska. So cool.
At Tracy's King Crab Shack.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
So neat. So we actually got 3 pounds of fresh Alaska.
Yes, we have to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, we have to do it.
Wait. I have to eat a whole pound of crab?
Yeah.
Twist my leg, why don't you, Polly?
Yeah.
Got it. All right, well, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, Tiffany, nice to meet you. We've got the Tinnabun oven. We're going for this crab bisque first.
As they're busy eating crab bisque, I'm going to start on this thing. Whack the whole thing before they're done. That's the secret. Just kidding. I share.
Utilizing maximum effort and deep concentration, we wiped out 3.5 pounds of king crab cakes, and crab bisque in record time. So how was your first Tracy's King Crab Shack experience?
I don't even know if words can express it all, but basically it was decadent. The butter, the movie theater butter with the crab, and then dipping the, like you said, dipping the giant crab into the soup.
Into the crab bisque.
That was everything.
So I'm going to share with you. It's like a Hawaiian thing is we'll dip everything in everything else, like sauces, anything. We'll try it because it should be tried.
That is fair. That's the way life should be. Try everything.
And I believe McKenna's finishing up her shopping. McKenna, there you are. How was the shopping here?
Amazing, so much fun. I love this cute little town of JUNEAU.
Yes. Speaking of fancy, how was that fancy crab we had earlier?
Oh my gosh, I'm ready to KO Kanaka Attack. That was amazing, and thank you for the beer, new friends.
Oh, you're welcome.
Well, we're heading back on the Encore. We're going to have more fun on board. Folks, aloha. Day 2.
Dos. Elua.
Dos Elua on the Norwegian Cruise Line, the Encore, beautiful Encore. We just came out of the Beatles show, right? Right?
So good. You guys, they did costume changes. They changed with the eras from the 60s and the 70s. And for me, just seeing everyone sing along, wave their hands. It's just a good energy, good vibes. And the production on these ships.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Again, first timer, if you're only learning this now. So cruise first timer, Pali, pro.
Like they have Tony Award winning acts here on the different NCL cruises, and having events like that where we could all be together, celebrating and just cheering on live music. And, George and John and Paul and Ringo were very well represented. And we ended on Hey Jude, right? We just all the way out, just singing the whole time.
I loved it. I would see it again, and there are like so many more. There's actually, they change out, right, nightly?
Yep, they change out.
Look it.
Perfectly timed.
Perfectly timed. What I love about it is that grilled pulehu style.
Yeah.
You know us locals, we like them that way.
Yes.
All right.
Please help yourself. Please start us off.
And I gotta take one of these legs.
You gotta
this is
take
This is the part I like. There we go. Wow. I'm loving the pulehu vibes of this. And also the mixture of the chickpeas.
How's the sauce?
The sauce, let me do a little dip over here.
Yeah, see? So tender.
I can eat this with rice too, to be honest.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. This is calling. It's like, Polly, McKenna. Help me. Yeah, that's what it's saying. Go.
I like how they made this pizza crust too. It's very... There's a surprise.
Oh my God.
Does it have truffle oil on it?
Mm-hmm.
Anything truffle, I'll take 10. Ricotta cheese, prosciutto, pepperoni, some sausage. All about it.
I have to go back to this. I'm gonna saw on this pizza for a little bit and then we're gonna wait for the rest of the food to come out here, and cheers.
Cheers, everybody. This is really well known.
Ta-da! Welcome back.
Hi, everybody.
Look at that. Our main dishes have arrived here at Onda by Scarpetta. Here on the Encore, the entire light has just illuminated.
Hulali.
Look at that.
The
Look at that.
reflection of the light. It is
Right?
all aligning. Look at
It
that.
is all aligning. Hulali.
And talk story.
Right, as we talk story here at Doko Ga.
That's right. We were away from home for a couple of days, and I kind of feel like I gotta dig into this.
I hear it calling your name. Your dad would, your father would really approve of that too. So
I love how much my parents are getting shout outs on this show, by the way.
Yes.
If you don't know, my dad's name's McKenna Maduli. My mom's Janet. We think. Sometimes I think I'm adopted.
Look at that. Look at that.
What is it called, Polly?
This is the tuna with string beans, red onion, shiitake, pistachio vinaigrette, carrot, ginger puree, and a shot of Tito's. Thank you for that. Appreciate you.
18
Thank
shots.
you.
18 shots.
Thank you.
18 shots.
18 shots. We lost count after 17. This color is just...
Oh, it's very delicious.
It's like $500 back home, you know, a piece like this.
I know. And at first I thought this was capers, but it's like the mushroom that you were describing. So when we got here, when he looked at the menu originally, Polly was like, okay, what's this chicken and can I have it?
This is the roasted chicken with seasonal vegetables, squash puree, rosemary au jus. That looks fantastic.
I'm gonna let you have that first one since
Okay.
you're like, yes. Yes.
You know, we're gonna do small, dainty kind of cuts here.
You're going for that crispy chicken.
I want that
vibe.
slightly papa'a area, you know, here and kind of bathed in this sauce.
All in the gravy.
And all in the gravy.
All in the gravy.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, very nice.
And then we'll take some of this. Yeah.
I'm gonna take this guy right here.
Please, please do.
Yes. It was so cool. I saw you talking story with some of like the crew today that have worked on the bliss.
Yeah, the bliss that we were on 2 years ago.
Yes.
I love that. Wow.
You're gonna do the sauce.
I'm
And you're gonna do that.
We're going counterclockwise here on the gravy scale. And then we're just gonna do that.
Good stuff. Are you excited about tomorrow too? We have so many things going on tomorrow.
Tomorrow, we have to wake up early, but we're gonna do something really cool. The onboard go-kart racing.
Yes.
So fast and furious on the deck of the ship.
We could do a little wager.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
I am, you know, I lived in LA for 17 years, so I'm an
You
LA
win.
driver.
You win, you win.
Literally, anyone in Honolulu who drives with me, they're like, Kenna,
Gotcha.
not allowed to drive anymore. But Polly, would you like to tell everyone at home what time you woke up today?
I woke up at various times, but okay, let me back up. In Hawaii, I keep Japan hours. So I work until like 4 or 5 in the morning, crash until about 11, and then start my day. So today was kind of like one of those days where it just kind of, you know, got to wake up a little bit late. Yeah, in the afternoon.
Yes.
This is the creamy polenta, which is the fricassee of truffled mushroom. It's good to mix the two together when you plate it, so
All right,
please.
I'm gonna hook you up. I'm gonna do a scoop of this.
Okay.
Let me just go, whoop. I've learned my lesson.
Okay.
There we go. And then I guess we'll just do this. Okay, so should we have done that with the, I'm gonna hook myself up here. But should we have done that with the chicken, you think? Or
I think after we do this, we can do
Got
the
it.
chicken. Yeah, I think it works pretty well.
I mean, who makes rules? Not this girl.
We don't listen to them anyway. Love my job.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that balsamic?
Yeah,
That's
it is.
balsamic and
Just the flavors, it's just everything.
Texture.
It's like a matsuri happening in my mouth right now. It's just
How early do we have to wake up again tomorrow? Because this is gonna knock this pizza out. Could knock attack for sure.
I thought I'd try the chicken with that. Oh my god.
I know. I just see the other thing that you have next to you, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
This is something that you need to top your night off with because you're a lobster fan as well.
The lobster. I'm big on the ocean taste. Like you can taste the lobster, the freshness of the lobster in this.
With a little sweetness to it. And lobster in every bite.
In every single bite. And there's the crunch on top, which is like breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs are garlic.
Both, I think.
Whatever it is, I'll take 2. Holy.
Yes.
Fun never ends.
Here on the Encore. Take care, folks. As always, mahalo for watching and see you soon.
Aloha.